Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. We'll call the roll, please.
Councilor Dion?
Here.
Councilor Washington? Chair Kennedy?
Here. I just would like to say that Councilor Washington is running late. She had a family emergency, and I hope it's not that serious. Had to involve her mom and dad, so I hope everything's fine. All right, citizens input. Anyone sign up for citizens input tonight? Item number 2, we have the minutes of May 31st. Entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Motion approved. I second. All in favor?
Aye.
So voted. Item number 3, motion, please, to lift from the table.
Motion to lift from the table?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
So voted. So item number 3 is a resolution, discussion regarding ways to improve resident safety regarding speeding on Northeastern Avenue and Bedford Street. It was tabled 5/31/23, and after our discussions last time with some neighbors and with the chief of police, we all agreed that this should be tabled, and we would, bring this back and entertain to see if there's been some improvement down there. Hopefully there has, and so I would ask the chief of police to come down, please, and Mr. Akins, if you'd like to come down, and Laura, please. And this is the only item on this agenda tonight. And I know, I'm pretty sure there's been a pretty good deal of city investment. Please have a seat. Oh, I'm sorry. There's been some city investment, manpower that's been occurring down there, from what I understand. Let me identify for the record, please, for the people listening.
Seth Aiken, City Administrator.
Paul Garvin, Chief of Police.
Laura Ferrera, Director of Traffic and Parking.
So we'll start with Chief Garvin, please.
So since May 1st, we've had traffic trailers up in the Eastern Avenue area in the southbound lane. Average 6,000 vehicles per day, average speed of 38 miles an hour. The majority of our speeding issues tend to be clustered between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. Northbound lane, the average speed, 4,000 vehicles per day. Average speed, 41 miles an hour, and the majority of the speeding clusters there are between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Since that time, we've issued citations, monetary citations, approximately 100 in the form of $11,000 in citations. That's not counting verbal counseling and/or written warnings. So that's kind of where we are with the enforcement side. We'll continue to monitor the trailers that we still have there and try to hit those hot spots.
So one question I have, are so the trailers are able to detect how many cars pass?
Correct, that's where we're getting all the data from.
And how about any data, Chief, with regard to when school opens at Diamond and school closes, both Diamond and Durfee?
So it'll lay out, I mean, I can do further data search if you have any particular time periods, but the bulk of the speeding areas are late at night and early in the morning prior to work.
Okay.
So if you want a particular hour set, of data mining, we can do that for you.
Yeah, because I would think that since schools are open now, and that's one of the reasons I chose to put on the agenda tonight, to have the meeting, because I don't want to see an increase of complaints there. And I know traffic is a citywide issue. It's not just Eastern Avenue that is having major problems. Other streets, Robeson Street, Bay Street, Stafford Road, Eastern Avenue. So
the data that I have is strictly from the motor vehicle unit. Those approximate 100 citations are, that's just only the sum of the 600 that they've given in that total time. So we're talking about 16% during that same time period in that area.
Counsel Dion.
So the last time you were here, the data you received from the speed trailers versus now, did you see a decline in the speed, do you feel? I feel like there were different hours of the day in the last discussion.
Correct. In that lane, there was a little difference in the hours, but it still seems that it's clustering late at night.
And the percentage of excessive speed, I believe, was somewhere in the 8% range, maybe less. I could be wrong, because I'm doing it from memory. Do you still find that
It's
to be the
still
case?
consistent. It's still consistent, yes.
Okay. Thank you. That I yield.
So going forward, are we going to stay consistent up there with the, what's there?
Correct. And I think what we're going to change up some of the tactics and try to hit some of those difficult hours and incorporating our patrol during those late evening hours. Part of the issue is that, you know, the numbers of travelers across those roadways at night, it decreases. So you could have, if you put a sting out, you could have 2 or 3 guys sitting out there for an hour and see one motor vehicle out there. Albeit you'll get a citation out of it, but it might not fit the risk reward for the department at that time period.
Understandable. Okay, so we have anything from Laura?
One thing I've noticed that in the last week, the speed trailer now flashes police lights if you're going over the speed limit. So, because I travel that road every day, and what I've been noticing is when they see they're going over the speed limit, the blue lights come on, you see them braking and trying to slow down. So that's something new, and it seems to be working, you know, letting people know you're going.
Well,
over.
it'll allow people, once it calculates that speed, problem is it's already picking up that data. So we're not getting data after the sign, we're getting data at the sign.
Thank you. Anything to say? That's okay if you don't.
No, just that we did get a couple new speed trailers, and spoke to an officer today who was really impressed with how they work, the data they collect. You can see that there's just a lot of information being gleaned from those. So it does seem like there is an improvement, but I think improvement happens slowly and incrementally, and the police department's doing a phenomenal job trying to enforce speed there, so.
Counsel Dion?
Yeah, I was just, I know that at the last meeting, we had some neighbors that were vocal and provided some information for us, and I would be interested to see the people living there, how they feel, if these trails have had an impact, if things have improved or not, if they are so inclined.
Yes, we'll have them down in a second.
Okay.
The question I had with regard to data collecting, and I have no idea, just to throw out their question. Is there technology to determine or cite people or give tickets without an officer?
Well, that's a Massachusetts issue.
I know
In Rhode Island.
Representative Fiola is
So-
very concerned about
so-
this issue up here there too.
Sure,
so-
Rhode Island does something similar to what you're talking about, but their ordinance is different where, see here, we're actually citing the operator, so it goes against their driving record. In Rhode Island, I think they have a different mechanism where they're charging like an ordinance for the speeding, and it goes to the vehicle owner, so there is no RMV issue for the actual operator there, so it's a little bit different.
So it'd be up to the operator to show up to traffic
In Rhode
court
Island, yes.
and would have to explain somehow that I wasn't operating, it was someone else operating, or, it just
I
intrigued
don't think,
me.
I don't think that matters in Rhode Island. I think Rhode Island, it's the car. Your car was going X speed and that's it. So,
No, that's true.
Well, technology is advancing, and you hit people in a pocket, or a wallet or a pocketbook, I think you see results that way, when insurance rates go up and things like that. So just something to think about, I guess. So, as Michelle suggested, we'll, Counselor Reposo is a resident on the corner of New Boston Road and Easton Avenue. So as a person there, a neighbor there, not a city councilor, I would invite you to come down, and I would invite Ms. Mello, whoever wants to come down, and I would excuse Seth and Laura.
Dismissed.
Excuse is nicer. Funny.
There was still room.
So I'd just like to stress, Mr. Reposo's down here as someone who lives on the corner.
Andrew
right there.
Raposo, 1166 New Boston Road.
And
Just the mic, there's no,
Natalie Mello, 510 North Eastern Avenue.
Council Dion.
so do you feel that there has been improvement? Do you feel the trailers are effective? Have you seen a difference from the last time you were here until now?
So, I'm going to go back to you. I'm going to answer you in a minute. When you said, Chief, when you were saying, how far back does that trailer grab the speeders, if that's how you want to say it? I think it's pretty far back, right?
Yeah, I don't know what the point of pickup is.
Right, because I think the way whoever set up this speed trailer has them only going up to 40, so it catches you if you're going 40 already. The flashing blue lights already tell you at 40 that you're going over, and they slow down. So where that trailer is, it really is working. Okay? Yeah, it
Very
really
good.
is working. It's on the corner of Dunbar and Northeastern Avenue. It's right there. So we all see the light flash all night long, sometimes in the afternoon when we're out there, Donald and others see it. I haven't seen 62, 70, I haven't seen that. But maybe Mr. Tino, because some of them from New Boston Road on, they fly. But when they see that blue light go, they know they have to slow down. So they slow down from where, 720 Northeastern Avenue, or even maybe before that. As soon as they see that flashing light, they stop. And that flash, they slow down. I shouldn't say stop, but they
Sure, but
slow
that's-
down.
That's exactly our tactic right now, which is, obviously, we have the trailers out there doing that, but we all know human behavior, which is there are going to be people who learn that it's just a light, and they're going to challenge that light and just go as fast as they want. So that's why we have to continue to have intermittent enforcement and some stings out there during those same time periods.
Now, other neighbors might see it different. I think our neighbor across from you, he sees them fly sometimes at 80 and 90. It could be later at night. Sometimes you catch even big trucks, that they'll be flying, business trucks as well. But in what I've seen, even when they had the trailer closer to the Assads, they actually miss it in front of their house because they liked counting how many people were flying. So they were kind of jealous. It was on the corner of Dunbar and Northeastern Avenue. So, so anyway, so where we're at, I see a difference, but others don't see a difference. And then, of course, we all invested into signs. 40 means 40. No one, we had an accident. I messaged Laura. There was an accident, I think it was Thursday, and there's still debris there. The
Oh, when
sign,
they
the
get
one-way
sign
sign,
went
yeah.
down.
And there was one in June, and the sign was never put up. So there's been accidents, and some of them are not reported. So there are people that are crazy driving. But like you said, it's throughout the whole city.
Yes.
How can we stop all this? Because
We
it's
can't.
dangerous. No, we can't. Don't
It's
ever
like-
say we
it's like
can't.
all over the
Because I
state.
believe we can. If everybody, if you can. Some of the speed that they're going on, Michelle, it's not good. It's
Oh,
bad.
I understand that, I
You
agree
know,
with
and
that.
those
I'm
people
I'm
need to
just
be
saying, I don't
talking-
believe you're ever gonna stop 100%
Oh,
of the
of course
people.
not. I mean, that's,
And-
I
and
agree with that.
The point
you
is
know?
making a big impact and
Right.
doing,
I just don't like that word never, sorry. But anyway, so that's what we've been seeing. I feel bad for a lot of the neighbors down further because now they're getting slammed. Then they see that flashing light, but it's what I've seen, I'm not gonna lie, it's gotten better with that machine being where it's at.
No, please don't lie. Tell the truth,
Yeah.
especially if it's getting
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, you know me, I'm blunt.
Yeah, thank you, Ms.
If I'm
Knoll,
wrong,
for,
I'll be the first one to apologize.
Thank you so much for being so active. You
Yeah.
always have been.
It's all of us. I mean, I
Back to the
think we're
Kathy
all
Ann
trying.
Perez
Oh,
days,
God.
and, I mean, it's,
Kathy Assad, yes,
yes, yeah.
Yeah, we have to keep moving. We have to keep help. It's our city. We pay taxes. We care about the people, we care about the neighbors that are there. I care about this man who's seen it for years and years and years. We need to rebuild his faith in our government. A lot of those people that live in that neighborhood need to regain the faith in our city government. And it kind of went out the window, so we need that back. I did talk to Carol Viola, and she was looking into maybe possible flashlight. She was gonna call that, the M something.
Mass Department of Transportation.
Correct. And they're gonna look into maybe a flashlight in between Northeastern Avenue and maybe where it's gonna affect both sides. I have a picture, because I have a nephew who lives in Southern Mass, and they have it in those roads, and it's not active roads like these are. And I guess it's LED lights or whatever, or the sun makes it, recharges it. So maybe that could be added into that. I mean, I can send you a picture. Maybe that in between where the kids from the schools and whatever, trucks or whatever, see that flashing light. And then, you know, we thought the signs that we put up was gonna make a difference. We thought the signs that we made was gonna make a difference, you know? But that, what that trailer is, it's almost like they're catching them and they're already seeing it as they're coming, crossing Bullock Street. They're already down, like next to 720 Northeast, they're already seeing that blue light flashing, and those blue lights really make a difference.
It's good. I'll keep that in mind.
So if they can add that to all the trailers, that's a big plus.
Okay, great. Mr. Reporter.
I just want to offer two comments. The first to the chief, between the 10 PM and 1 AM time period, it's typically where I'm seeing, just looking out my window now, they're stopping at the intersection before you cross New Boston Road at the red light going southbound, and that's the drag race strip. From that light crossing New Boston Road to just about the church, about the Baptist church, is usually the dragway there. And that's where a lot of the excessive speed I'm seeing with my own eyes, they're blowing down the street from that way. The second comment that I'll offer is in regards to the rotary, which is obviously state property more than anything else, but usually when people are coming around the bend and then coming onto Northeastern Avenue to then hit the lights, there's very little often a slowdown there. They're coming right off and going. And if they can beat the light, they'll try to beat it. So maybe to the suggestion of some sort of flashing light coming off the rotary onto Northeastern Avenue may be a deterrent to slow them down a little bit. Because if they see green, they're going. If they see yellow, they're going.
Exactly.
It's very often, and the neighbor who lives next to me will often say, over the years, he's been there for probably 20 years, he has said that there's been many accidents of people beating the light, and the light on New Boston Road switches, they're going and they're hitting each other. So that may be something to
Now,
look
how many
into as well.
times there's been a flip overs right in front of your house?
Correct,
It was 3. I've been there 5 years, 3.
correct.
And then last year in June, this year, beginning of June, at 3 in the morning, there was a turnover. My husband had to go out. Okay, 3 in the morning. So, like you said, it's a lot of speed at night. So there's a lot. And then a lot of times it's from 4 o'clock to about maybe 8 o'clock. We do have a lot of speeders. But I've seen 162. I've seen 162. But if Donald or somebody else is out there, they're like they can't believe how fast they're going. But I think the way they put that trailer there and flashing at 40, I believe that's making a difference where I'm at. But I have a question. Is this, we need to figure this out. We all need to be on the same page. Is this a state road or not?
It's a state road, it's Route 6.
Are we sure about that? Because
Yes.
if some engineers from Taunton said it don't believe it's a state
We're
road.
it's absolutely Route 6. Before they built 195, before my day, Route 6 goes from East Providence, I believe, all the way through Fall River, all the way up to Cape, all the way to Provincetown.
Right.
It's part of Route 6.
This is me thinking and others, okay?
Look, come on down, Laura.
No, it is Route 6, but that whole North 60, Norton Eastern Avenue, the city is responsible, the signage, the striping, the speeding, everything. So even though it's, and as well as President Avenue, all that Route 6, it's our responsibility.
Okay, so what,
to maintain.
just because you're not on the microphone, and Ms. Ferrer, our traffic person, stated that it is Route 6, but we're responsible for the maintenance and activity and all that stuff.
The speed and all that good stuff. Okay, that's what I understood. So that's why they were saying it wasn't, and then people say it isn't, and then that may make more sense. I'm just saying, well, this was from an engineer. So,
Well, it is Route 6. but
Right.
We're responsible, and if
Right.
the state, through our representative there, Ms. Viola, wants to
right,
entertain something, that's her jurisdiction.
right, right, okay.
Okay, well, I think it was an important issue, and if we have any more comments here? Thank you.
Just hit them in the pocket.
So,
We
I
need
think.
more money.
No, we'll keep the enforcement up and we'll change the times and hopefully that helps things. I think you're seeing the police officers out there
Yep.
sporadically, enforcing the
They were
law.
on Bullock Street the other day. We see a lot.
So, and I know Sergeant Louis Duart, who's, does a lot for us. We have a conversation all the time, and I can tell you that he's hearing Northeastern Avenue from me quite a bit, at least once a week. So he reminds me, yeah, we're on it.
Well, Chief Garvin, I know I have a very good relationship with you. I mean, you pick up the phone right away when I call you, and I know you have a good relationship with the city council. And so I'll entertain a motion, we'll table this, I would think, or what's the pleasure of you and I here?
Well, I think
You think we accomplished our goal to?
I don't think it would hurt down the road to have this discussion one more time, because it seems like we've made it from point A to point B, but yet there's a little bit further to go.
Okay,
So I would entertain a motion to table.
okay, thank you, Council Dan. I'll second. All in favor?
Aye,
So voted. And motion to
adjourn.
adjourn. Second?
Thank you, Andrew.
very much.
Thank you, Chief.